pusher. You are moving with purpose. You are speaking with purpose. Pusher. We are healing out loud with you. Don't stop pushing forward. Don't stop sharing your truth. Continue to trust God and believe in His plans for you. Pusher, we are healing with you. We see you.
Hey, it is your girl Pusher. If you're not pushing forward, you're moving backwards. Say it out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. No, really, say that thing out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. Yes, surprise. You are stuck with me on this good Wednesday at 6:30. You know I like to maximize every second of every minute in this hour, so I will not delay any further. You know I only speak when I have something to say, and today I have something to say. This evening is just about you and me. It really is. And I'm going to tell you why. Because every now and then we have to take a step back, because we always want to remember not just our beginnings, but our go-throughs. I really have been challenged for the last couple of weeks. And I've been in this space and I've learned something. I had the privilege of being a part of an author's expo on Sunday, and it definitely was delightful to my heart. And so shout out to Dr. Lady J, the visionary and CEO of What's Up Baltimore, the People Station. Shout out to her. I just want to take a minute and just give her flowers, just recognize her and honor her. Oftentimes we criticize people when we show up. We have a whole bunch of opinions of why this should be this way, why that should be this way. But we never really stop to say thank you to the visionary, to the person who put it together. Small beginnings, understand, to the world is small beginnings. But when it comes to those of us who know and who believe and who are aware and who are tapped in, we understand and recognize that there is a purpose attached to everything we do, everything we think, and everything that we say. And sometimes when we start a thing, there is growing pain. And we will get a little bit into that, because when I learn something about myself, I want to share it. Why is this important to me? Because we're healing out loud. And every now and then, and I want you to stay with me because I'm preparing you for what's to come. Every now and then, we need to stop and have a conversation, because we don't want to get too lax and we don't want to get too comfortable. And I'm talking to myself on this evening. So if you get offended, that means check in with yourself. If I'm on your lane, that means check in with yourself, because my intent is never to offend, but I recognize in what I do and how I do it, I will cause an offense unintentionally. So right now, forgive me. Forgive me for speaking my truth. And if you have to say, ouch, forgive me for sharing that which is in my heart, and it disrupts something in your internal environment. Forgive me right now, because I'm telling you, on this evening, I will not hold back. I recognize and understand that there is a deeper need to just simply tell the truth. When you tell the truth, your truth, when you open your mouth, not only will you receive the clarity that you need, but you will understand that you're not the only one. And you will understand and begin to become receptive to those that are in the place for you to tap into. Because let's be honest, everybody isn't for everybody. And that's why relationships are so important. And on this evening, I'm going to share with you 2 things that I've learned about myself. Why is this important for me on this evening? Because I refuse to suffer in silence. And because I refuse to suffer in silence, I don't know who else got some issues. I don't know who else is entertaining these thoughts. I don't know who else is saying it's too late for me. I don't know who else is saying, I hear you, I understand it, but I ain't putting in the work. I don't know who you are. And because I don't know who you are, I'm willing to expose that which is in my heart with the hope that that one person hears me and begin to move. Understand there is rhythm. There's rhythm in your blues. Understood? We're going somewhere. Just stay with me. I'm preparing you for something. I'm preparing you for something. We're going to get this work in. My bad. I don't know where all that came from. I don't know where it all came from. But it was in me, so I had to get it out. I do have a few announcements. Some housekeeping. Remember at the beginning, I said you and I have to have a conversation. And for some, it might be difficult because I am going to be clear and direct. This is a community that we build together. We did this together. When we show up every Wednesday at 6:30, we are doing it together. When we tell somebody and when we share the information that we're learning, when we invite other people in, we are working together. But every now and then we need to stop and have a conversation, and today is today. Because I need you to understand how valuable you are to this healing journey. Remember, we're talking about, did you take the pledge, healing 1 million people, one person at a time? Did you take the pledge? And see, I got to challenge you on this evening. Teamwork will make a dream work. It really will. I am not one of those ones who is going to say, I can do this on my own. I understand it takes a village. We participate in one another's growth and development. We participate in our ups and our downs. If we heal together, why can't we triumph together? We need one another. You know that Kirk Franklin song, I need you, you need me. We are a part of God's body, this body that he enabled us to create. A beautiful community of people who are working, coming together and saying, I'm willing to start with myself. I'm not coming about so-and-so. I'm not talking about so-and-so. I'm coming because I want different. I know I'm capable of receiving different. And I just need a push. So we come here. And I'm saying, when you have the capacity, I need your push. I can't keep pushing you. And you don't push back. It doesn't work like that. It's called the principle of reciprocity. If we're going to heal out loud together, we got to do it all together. And what I mean by that is whatever is in you to give, when you can give it. We want. And I understand in this world, we got givers and we got takers. And so on this evening, we got to figure out where we fit in on the spectrum. And wherever you fit in on the spectrum, it got to be well with your soul, but you got to tell the truth about it. Because my expectation is that for everybody that shows up, that is committed to their growth and development, that one, you will take the pledge. Because you're taking the pledge for you. You're taking the pledge because when we are united, when we are doing the individual work, but on a collective level, that is how we uplift our community. That is how we begin to receive the restoration that we're looking for. We're going and looking in the wrong places. Go inward. Go inward. So let me tell you what I learned about myself. Here's the first lesson that I learned. Within this last couple weeks, I knew this, but I got it. I see your question. I'm going to answer that in a minute. No, I'm going to answer it right now. How can we help? What can we do? So simple. Put your notifications on. Let's start there. Our community is growing. It is growing. It's growing so much so that I don't have the capacity every week to send the link out to everybody. I don't. This is me communicating to my community, to my family. I need you to put your notifications on. Why do I need this? Because it will help me focus on something else to get us where God wants us to be. I need us to step up and show that we are participants in this, and we're not just taking. I need you to like. These things are for free. I need you to share, and I need you to subscribe. Why? I need you to share because we're not gatekeepers of information. Too many of the community has reached out to me thus far, talking about the impact that these sessions in real life and in real time is having on their life. If it's doing something for you, don't gatekeep it. Invite and share. I'm not looking for anyone to follow me. I'm simply looking for people that is willing to heal out loud. And if it is working for you, then share it. Don't gatekeep it. It costs you nothing but a little bit of your energy and just a little bit of your time. It will help me so much. I want you to like it because it pushes through the algorithm. It lets other people know that what we got going on is interesting. These things may be small to you, but for me, I will greatly appreciate it because it will loosen the grip. It will take some of the responsibility. We're growing together, and everybody might not be privileged to know and see. But if you just stick around and begin to participate in the chat as you always do, you will recognize that we are growing. You will recognize that people are showing up. And understand, everybody might not comment. But as long as you do, can we do that? Am I asking for too much? This is a conversation between me and you. Why? Because we are in a relationship. I don't want you to come listen to me week after week and we can't have a conversation. Just you and I, us together. I need you to keep this thing going. It is important. As much as I push you, you push me. So I hope that I answered that question I told you on tonight. I'm clear and I am direct on tonight. Why? Because my very own healing is dependent upon it. Sometimes when you show up, you have to be selfish when it comes to your healing, when it comes to your peace. And so ask me anything. I got you. Thank you, Mrs. Prince. Not at all. You are not asking for much. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. So let me tell you the two things that I learned about me. I already knew this. I went through a process and it was revealed to me that throughout my life, there were patterns, different patterns that I went through. But these patterns were all the same. The only thing that was different was the members, the people that was a part of that journey. But my pattern has always been the same. And I realized we live people and y'all got to give me a minute. You got to give me a minute. This is in real time, not playing. But it just is what it is. And so I learned that throughout these patterns, throughout these patterns that I have learned, give me a second. You know I'm live. You know what time it is, shorty. Just give me a second. I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm gonna give you a little minute to talk. But let me get this out, okay? All right. Thank you, sir. When I was reflecting on my patterns throughout my journey, I realized that it had a rhythm. I really didn't put the rhythm together until the Authors Expo, and I met this young lady. I don't have her name in front of me, but she is the author of The Shades of Blue. And she began to talk to me about different pages in her publication. And she used all the colors and all the blue family. And I thought that was creative. But as she was talking, I began in my own thought, I began to put pieces together in my own life just by listening to her and her ideas and her creativity. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And so when I was reflecting on the patterns of my life, you know, I always would find myself in the midst of leaders. And I would always, no matter what it was, I would throw myself in it. No, if it was religion, it did not matter. I would always throw myself in it sincerely. But I would always throw myself in it through my insecurities, because I felt like I wasn't good enough and I wanted to be like them. And so I learned to speak not my language, but their language. Every group of people that I esteem in my life, this was a pattern for me. It was a pattern. And so it was a light bulb, because, you know, I like titles. I like playing with words. And in that moment at the Authors Expo, I was like, oh, there is a rhythm in my blues. And it was funny in that moment, but when the more I thought about it, at some point you have to identify your rhythm. And what I mean by that, I was able to recognize that I was off. And I had a reason to be off balance. My vibrations were low. I was going in and out and in and out. And I recognized one of the patterns that I had when I'm emotionally overwhelmed, when I'm psychologically crowded, and when I feel like I have the weight of other people's burdens on me. I have a pattern. I sit in it a little bit too long. Then I begin to insert myself in it. But what enabled me to go back, look back. Remember, forward ever, backwards never. We only look back when we need a frame of reference. And I began to recognize that I am healed. I am healed from that broken pattern, that rhythm that was confusing, that was chaotic. But nonetheless, I've grown from it. I've learned, my hearing heightened from it nonetheless. But when you got peace and when you got joy, that rhythm, it doesn't change. And I recognize that even when you go through, even when the storm comes, even when doubt comes, even when you are uncertain, there is a rhythm inside of you that never changes. It never changes. And if we are not tapped in, and what I mean by tapped in, I mean internal. We're going to find ourselves on a hamster wheel. Remember, we talked about the hamster wheel. I'm talking about my own patterns. I said I'm talking to me tonight. Over and over again. And I'm so grateful that even in the pain, even in the confusion, even in the tears, that there is still joy. There is still a reason to be grateful. And as long as I am in the land of the living, I have made a promise to myself that I will not suffer in silence. Be angry, but sin not. Sometimes we just got to stop and have a conversation. And so I gave you both lessons in one. It was about my patterns. And then the second thing was about my deliverance in real time. See, it don't take a whole lot. All you got to do is surrender. I'm telling you, it is the greatest joy that you will ever experience. It's internal. I recognized and realized that today, I know that I'm delivered because I'm surrounded by leaders and I don't want to be like none of them. Trust me. I don't want to go through what they go through to be who they are. Trust me. I got my own stuff. And that's what I've learned to appreciate. Who I am as a woman. I've learned to appreciate even my flaws. I even learned to appreciate my imperfections. And guess what? That enabled me to appreciate the leaders that are in my life and recognizing that they are people, that they are human, that they go through. That's why I demonstrate my appreciation to the leaders in my life by simply just being myself. And every now and then expressing my gratitude for how grateful I am. It feels so good to be loved. And it feels so good to receive it. And I only know this because I give it to myself. So it enables me that when the people in my life love on me and restore me back to my sanity. You don't understand. Sometimes it's not about words, just your presence. Your presence can disrupt a chaotic mind, but we talk so much. We still haven't gotten to a place where we practice our right to remain silent. I know a woman that will travel near and far just to be present for someone. But first be present for herself. I admire that so much that I live my life. God, let me know when I just need to shut up and be present. And because I practice it on my own self, because sometimes I got to tell myself to shut up to myself. Had I not practiced my right to remain silent, I would not have recognized that I no longer have to operate in what's no longer. Those patterns. I don't no longer got to talk about it from a place of trying to be delivered when I'm healed from it. But I would not have recognized that if I would have kept talking. If I was not even just standing there listening, if I wasn't present. That young lady was talking about herself, and I learned something about myself. Did I leave y'all? Am I saying something? Am I making sense? Because if not, in this moment, I will practice my right to remain silent. I will. I promise you. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you so much. Every now and then, I gotta make sure that it makes sense, because I don't have a clue what's going to come out my mouth next. I'm coming from my heart. It really do take a village. At some point, we got to change the narrative. It starts there. As a man, as a woman, think of in his or her heart, so is she. So is he. We got to do better. And what I mean by that, we got to begin to show up. We got to begin to let people know that we're here, that we're present. When God places somebody in your heart, pick up the phone. Don't ignore it. So many of our people are suffering in silence. If you dealt with pride, if you ever been like myself, who has been delivered from pride, you know what that does. And because you know what that does, God will give you a download. Don't ignore it. If you just somebody's name just pop in your mind, call them, text them. Don't ignore it. Why? Because it's not your business about what they're going through, but what is your business is when God places them in your heart and in your mind. Just pick up the phone. Mrs. Prince said your heart is in good condition because what's coming out of it is healing. She also say that. Call when they come to mind. I practice that in my life. People say, girl, I'm glad you called. I'm one of them, right? I'm real quick. I'm glad. I'm telling you, You never know who life you can impact. I'm not, if you got it together and you're good, bless your whole heart. But some of us are struggling, and a lot of us are living in blame, shame, and guilt, and we don't want to pick up the phone because we're operating in fear. If you know this, if you've been through this yourself, if you know this and you healed from it, I charge you to begin just by that. And for those of us who are simply not good at it yet, let's just start with practicing your right to remain silent and practicing being present. What I've recognized this week also, third thing I learned about myself, no matter what you're doing, when you have intentions, when you purpose to do something, you're going to get results. No matter where you go, no matter who you are in front of, you're going to get results. And even when we're talking about healing, if we are here with the intent to heal, you're going to see results. But if we're here just going through the motions, on the hamster wheel we go. You got a purpose to do this. We got to be quiet, because the more we talk, the more we're feeding that thing. We're growing those insecurities. We're breathing life in the thing that we're saying we want deliverance, we want healing from. We're feeding that, because that's all we want to concentrate on. That's all we talk about. Change the narrative. But before that, we got to be quiet with ourselves in order to accept where we are in our healing process. Change the narrative in your mind. Instead of saying, we talked about this 2 weeks ago when I did that presentation. We talked about this. Instead of saying, I am struggling, you already identified the fact. So let me be transparent. Let me put myself out here. One of the things that I need help with is when I am bothered, my attitude flares, and my attitude is not pretty. It starts inward and then it comes outward. And what I've learned in this process that I am going through is that I really had to practice my right to remain silent. And guess what I said? Instead of concentrating on the deficit, what I did was, I want to be impeccable with my words. I prayed and I said it out loud to different people. Wherever I go in this season, I want to show up in grace. I want to show up in the ministry of forgiveness. I want to represent God's unconditional love. No matter who I talk to, no matter where I go, who home I walk into, what place I go into, I want to be impeccable with my words. And when I declare that, guess what happens? That very thing. And so although I might have had some anger in me, and although I might have been struggling because of my own personal thinking, opinions, that wasn't the concentration. It wasn't the focus. I was impeccable with my words. I did show up in grace. I did the best way I could. I demonstrated God's unconditional love. And had I not been present in my desire, my own desire to want to be different, to want to show up different, they would have got somebody else. I assure you of that. Remember, when I learned something, I got to come tell y'all about it. We got to talk about it. I can do better in calling others. I typically don't like to talk on the phone for extended periods. I'm more of a face-to-face communicator, but I am learning a call can show someone you care. Indeed, but guess what? You don't have to. If that's not your thing, you don't have to do it. Whatever your thing is, operate in that. I learned that too about myself. I'm not no longer willing to give you something that isn't in me in that moment to give you. I'm not going to overthink. I'm not going to force nothing. It's going to be what it's going to be in that moment. Why? Because the most important thing is my intentions. And I'm going to communicate that. Why? Because I'm going to show up in love. You ain't got to force it. The thing is, if I can meet myself right where I am, that means I have the capacity to meet another individual right where they are with whatever I have in me to give in that moment. Because what I give to you, I might can't extend to another person. I might have to do something else. Why? Because we are a creative people. Yes, Lamanda. Lamanda says I'm learning about my purpose and I'm intentionally being silent. That is right. We have to be intentional in all things, not some things, in all things. I don't care how small, I don't care how mediocre, I don't care how gigantic, how big you think it is. In all things, you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional. That's when you begin to see the results. But if we just going with the flow, if we just taking information and just taking bits and pieces of it, but doing nothing with it, where is the power? Where is the power in that? I'm going to shut up and I'm going to ask this gentleman, do he have something he would like to share before he hang up? I almost forgot you was on here. Hello? All right. Say what you got to say to the people. You've been listening.
Well, I would say this is like 30 seconds. I learned something the other day today, the alphabet. How come to you? If I'm not okay, how can I make sure that everybody around me is okay? You have children. How can your children be okay if you're not okay? You have a spouse. It's the same thing. You got to work on you first. You got to be a better you. And that's what I choose to do with my life. Just try to be a better you. That's all.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That was powerful. That was powerful. And I appreciate you for your words of wisdom. And you're absolutely correct, sir. You are absolutely correct. If I'm not well and I'm here and I'm there, that means whatever is in me is attaching itself to other people. Yes, to a better you. Work on being your best self. Brandy says that in response to what you have shared. Yes. Be a better you. Work on being your best self. And if you don't know who that was my twin. That was my twin. If you came in late, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this and hit that like button and hit your notifications. Go to the channel at People Pusher 2 and make sure your notifications are on. So here's the shift. This is why this is important, because this work is important to me. Next week, I will have Cynthia didn't say my boo. She late. I'm surprised she didn't say that when she heard his voice. But yes, listen, I will begin not a series, but I will begin working with someone. Well, I'm working with someone now. What you say? Well, where he at? Hello? Hello? Oh, I don't know what that was about. All right. Hopefully he'll call back. Okay. Eyebrows on fleek, by the way. Well, thank you. Yes, I am getting better. Thank you. Thank you for that. See, now y'all paying attention. It would take Michelle to say to notice that. But anyway, hopefully he'll call back. So I will be I have the pleasure of working with a young lady. She's going through a process of reconciliation with her and her daughter. And they will be on this platform next week. And understand, we will be doing real work in real time. And I need us to be intentional about showing up. Why? Because these women has decided to be brave and courageous, to share their journey, a mother and a daughter, while they're going through the process of reconciliation. Why did they choose to heal out loud? Why do they want to come here and share with us their process? Because they too recognize their healing is dependent upon it. And if you know me, you know that I'll take this seriously. And so I even want you to think about it. If you yourself can handle the truth, because I don't want you to receive their story and listen to their journey as entertainment, because it's not entertainment. We're doing real work. We refuse to suffer in silence. And because we refuse to suffer in silence, we want to come here to show you that it takes real work. We want to share with you that we're unashamed to say that this is what I need, and I'm willing to put the work in, and I'm willing to show the world what it looks like from my perspective. Remember, everything isn't for everybody. And I don't want to oppress upon what I think, feel, or believe on anybody. And so emotionally and psychologically, if you ain't ready, don't come. I won't be upset. If you know me, you know I'm not chasing a bag. I'm not chasing followers. I'm only attaching myself to people who want to heal out loud, who's doing this real work, and who is interested in edifying the kingdom. Because we recognize in order to edify the kingdom, we must first edify his people. How do we do that? by just simply showing up and healing out loud. Miss Gwendolyn Thomas says, I want to reconcile with my culture's son. Text me, get in touch with me, go to PUS'HER.org. Go to PUS'HER.org. Even now, go to the contact us. Right, even now. Don't be impressed with what I got to say. Why? Because if that's what you want, I will make it happen as best as I can. They say we have not because we ask not. Go to PUSHERLife.org. Yes, Brandy, we love one another. Oh, Miss Gwendolyn says with her birth son, get in contact with me. PUSHERLife.org. We're going to do this, but first it has to start with you. We got to have a difficult conversation, and we got to be willing to have it. If you're willing, I'm willing. I might not know what it takes for you, but I know what it took for me and what it continues to take from me. Go to PUSHERLife.org. Go to the contact page. Gwen from Georgia, Carlita, all those. Oh, wow. Yes, call me. PUSHERLife.org. PUSHERLife.org. Go to PUSHERLife.org. Go to take the pledge, healing 1 million people. Take that pledge. Contact us, and we will get you gathered first. Yes, yes, yes. I am excited to witness the reconciliation with the mom and daughter. Although my mom has passed, this experience will allow me to heal from our relationship and just grow. Wow, 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 wow. High Def said, yeah, that's why we need people to be courageous. I love that. Yes, we don't have time to play, and we choose with the 24 hours that we have in there. We working on us. We working on us. So I will have them. I have been coaching the mother for some time. And I'm telling you, so I'm not having a conversation with neither one of them because I want it to be authentic. I want it to be real. I just wanted to come. You and I are in relationship. And I don't like keeping secrets. And when I know something is going to be intense, I need to put you on point. Because if you don't have the capacity to push, I just want you to practice your right to remain silent next week. Because oftentimes we got to show up for other people. And I know with this, I know the process, especially dealing with me, and it will be intense. It really will. And so I pray that we pray that more people will begin, like Miss Gwendolyn on this evening, that will begin to step up and say, I want this. And so I am looking to continue doing this with different people, not just anybody, people who really want it. And it doesn't have to necessarily be mother and daughter. It could be anyone that you have experienced some pain and some disruption in your relationship. And now there's a strain. Now there is a pull. There is resistance, and we don't understand why. in the relationship is important to you. Let's deal with you first. You have to reconcile some things within you first because we got to build some tough skin, because when it comes to reconciliation, that relationship, we got to be willing to have a difficult conversation. We got to be willing to hear some unpleasant things about ourselves. Ask me how I know, because I had to be a part of some difficult conversations, and I had to accept other people's truth about what they thought, feel, and believe about me, whether I agreed with it or not. But when you can sit through and participate in a difficult conversation and walk away in peace, you did something. You did that. Michelle says, and that's exactly why you are the pusher. So before I let you go, do we have any questions? Do we have anything we need to say before we close out? Is all is well? Do we understand first our assignment, what we were commissioned to do as a community? Are we clear about that? If we're not, I will repeat it. If we are, I need you in the chat to let me know that you're with me. Monica earlier said, I accept. So if you're with me and we're doing this together, just let me know in the chat. I would so appreciate it, that we will push forward together. If not, what I'm going to do is please repeat. I will do that for you, Brandy. Miss Gwendolyn said we need to work on ourselves first. Yes, ma'am, that is important. Got to start with, we're healing 1 million people, one person at a time, but we're starting with ourselves first. Always, always, always start with self. Mrs. Prince says, I think as the community, we can show and meet each other in real life. When Pusher is pushing, we show up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. H. Morgan said, loud and clear, with you all the way. Yes, yes. Miss Lamanda says, forward ever, backwards never. Yes, yes. Brandy said, be a better you. Yes, yes. I receive it. Sensen says, I'm with you. I'm working on myself. Yes, yes. That is the push. And in the meantime, in between time, what I need from you is to put those notifications on, because next week I will not send out a link. I will post it, but I will not send out individual links. The good thing is you can always play the playback, but moving forward, I will not be sending the link out. Why? Because I have to concentrate on what I need to prepare for. Again, our community is growing, and the more that it grows, there is a greater demand. And I need your help. I can't do this by myself. And as a community, I need us to be a little bit more intentional. I don't want us to get comfortable. I don't want us to get lax. I know my day one's been here rocking and rolling, but it ain't just us no more. It's not just us. People are showing up. People want what we are doing, what we are giving, because we're giving it to one another. And so I'm asking you to share. I'm asking you to like. You got the comments down pat. But I need us to do just a little bit more. It only will cost you a little bit of your time and a little bit of your energy. That way, 10 minutes before 6:30, you will get that notification. But moving forward, because there will be some intense sessions and I need to be focused. And I pray that you understand, because I am not apologizing for it. I thank you. I thank you this evening for pushing me. I thank you for putting up with me. I thank you for hearing me. I thank you for being present. I thank you for your commitment, showing up week after week after week. I thank you for texting me, making sure that somebody will be in the house. I want to shout out Miss Etta White, who's always first consistently in the pusher community. I will send you, I will deliver your book special. I will with a special gift because of your commitment and because repeatedly you are the first one here. Every now and then somebody will beat you to it, but you're here faithfully, the first one. So when I return from my mini vacation, I will deliver your book, Remember Me, and have a special gift for you, for your commitment, your diligence to always show up first and to always speak to the community first. And we have to uphold our elders. We have to recognize our elders. And hopefully one day we can see that beautiful smile. We can bring her, not to say much, but just to see the woman who has demonstrated unconditional love my whole life. But I definitely, and everyone else, I definitely appreciate you. Miss Prince says, hey, chat, let's celebrate 5 years of freedom. That means 5 years of us having access to you. Love you. Thank you for pushing me. OMG. Yes. Where is it? Where is it? Did Keisha move it? I don't know where this girl didn't put it. I'll show y'all prayerfully next week, but I did win and got an award today from my work family for 5 years. I have been home 5 years. August of 26th, yesterday, made 5 years. And 5 is pivotal. It definitely is a milestone, but it is pivotal for me. Definitely 5 years. Yes. We are. That is, the big bang on this week. And that's why I will be away to celebrate 5 years of being free. And like Mrs. Prince said, 5 years of you all having access to me. You can call me when you want. We ain't restricted or none of that. And so I definitely appreciate everyone. Thank you. I see you celebrating me in the chat. I appreciate it. It warms my whole heart. I need that on this evening. Thank you for putting my smile back on my face. I thank you for that. I thank you. I haven't smiled in real life in a couple weeks, and so I needed this. Thank you. I didn't know that I needed it until now, because my smile is my cheeks is hurting. Y'all got me blushing. So I thank you for bringing my smile back on this evening. Thank you for celebrating me. Forward ever, backwards never. Yes. Forward ever, backwards never. Yes, 5 years. Love you, and I love you back. Yes. We can put some change in that Cash App for help. Hold up. Yes, we can. We can put some change in that Cash App for her trip. Yes, I would love it. Check the bottom of your screen where you can donate for my trip. Yes. But I am coming back so that I can be refreshed for Wednesday, and so that we can put this work in. I just need to step back. I need a minute to regroup, and I hope that you all understand. I just need a minute. But what I appreciate on this evening, you definitely you helped restore my smile back, the smile that I fought so hard, and Monica has held me accountable about this smile, but it has returned, and I am so grateful from my heart. I'm telling you, you never know what you need until you receive it, and that's why I love it here. That's why I keep coming back like a 8 meeting. It definitely works if you work it. And so because we started on time, we're going to end on time. Don't forget to take the pledge, healing 1 million people, one person at a time, but to demonstrate that you're starting with yourself. That's why you're taking the pledge. And second, if you have not gotten your copy of It Takes One to Know One, Remember Me, and People Pusher, go to my website as well and get your books. And as a matter of fact, who is SM? Can somebody find out who SM? Type in your first name so that I can know who you are. I'm going to give you a book because you were the first one to put in Forward Ever, Back Was Never. In this shift, you got a book already. Oh, that's Siobhan. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna give you the book, and you can give it away to somebody that you believe will benefit from it, who will do the workbook and journal. If we can't find nobody to do it, we're not going to give it away. But you let me know who you want to give your free copy to, only because you got my attention when you were supposed to, when I needed it the most. And so I feel like giving away something. We watching in a big screen. Oh, check y'all out in a big screen. I know that's right. I wish I can show y'all my big screen. But anyway, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for growing with me. Thank y'all for learning with me. And those of us that have been a part of this journey, this 5-year journey, I know that I can be a bit much, but I thank you for loving me unconditionally. I thank you for allowing me to find myself so that I can become myself. I'm thankful that I have a village where I don't have to prove myself. I can just be myself. I thank you all because I understand that I could not be who I am as I am without your unconditional love and support. I dare not take the credit. God gets the glory, but I understand God operates in people to reach people. Thank you, Pusher. Have a safe, fun, and relaxing trip. Indeed, I am. And with that said, I love you. And I'm telling you, it is nothing you can do about it. It is your girl Pusher. If you're not pushing forward, you're moving backwards. Say it out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. No, really say that thing out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. Have you gotten your copy of It Takes One to Know One workbook and journal and People Pusher? No, then travel over to pusherlife.org, go to the author's page, and you will find It Takes One to Know One and People Pusher. Come tap in.